Good morning students. Today I am going to teach you levels of laser, which is under unit 3 of fiber optics and laser instruments. Okay, so there are 4 types. One is 2 level, 3 level laser, quasi 3 level and 4 level laser. Okay, so before going to study about these types of lasers, first we should know population inversion. Okay, so in the previous class itself, I have said that there are many energy levels in the atomic structure. Okay, so the lower level is called as ground state and the higher levels are called as excited state. Okay, so the population inversion, the population means the number of atoms, okay, in a particular energy level. Okay, so the word population inversion means achieving greater number of population in the higher state. Okay, higher state should have the higher population than that of the lower state. So that is the meaning of population inversion. I repeat, achieving higher number of electrons in the higher energy state than the lower energy state. Okay, okay, fine. So now we'll study the first type, which is 2 level laser. Two-level laser. Okay, in the name itself it is there are 2 levels in the laser system. Okay, so let us assume the first level is E1, which is the ground state or lower level, lower energy level, and the second energy level is called excited state or upper energy level. Okay, and let N1 be the number of atoms that are in ground state. Okay, and let N2 be the number of atoms that are in excited state. Okay, all right. So at normal condition, okay, usually the number of atoms in ground state will be greater than the number of atoms in excited state. So basically, normally the number of electrons in ground state will be very high. Okay, but you know what is population inversion? That is, the higher energy level should have greater number of electrons. Okay, so we should achieve that in order to have the laser operation. Okay, that is laser action. So for laser action, we should have a population inversion. Okay, but at normal condition, what the number of atoms in lower level will be higher. Okay, so now let us try to increase the temperature. So when the temperature increases, what will happen? The number of the atoms that are in ground level will start to excite and it will move to the excited state. So as the temperature increases, the number of electrons will be the number of electrons in the ground state will move to the higher state. So the higher state number will be increasing. Okay, but for 2-level laser, okay, it is having a drawback that at most the number will be equal. Okay, it cannot become greater. That means the upper state number of electrons will never be greater. That is, we cannot achieve population inversion in 2-level laser. So the population inversion cannot be achieved in 2-level laser. Okay, the reason is, even though we increase the temperature, maximum we can reach up to N1 equal to N2. Okay, so because of that, this 2-level laser does not produce any emission. It does not produce any laser emission. Okay, so because of that, we go to the second type, which is 3-level laser. So the second type is 3-level lasers. name itself it is there. Here we have 3 levels. Okay, so let this be E1, let this be E2, and let this be E3. So there are 3 levels, energy levels. So the E1 is called as ground state. Okay, as we all know, it is always E1 will be the ground state. Okay, the next 2 energy levels are called excited state. Okay, and we have a special name also. The other name of E2 is called as metastable state. Okay, metastable state, and E3 is called as the pumping state. Okay, all right, and similar to the previous, we have N1 is the number of electrons that are in ground state, and N2 is the number of electrons in E2, and N3 is the number of electrons in E3. Okay, so at normal condition, okay. So here also we have cases. So at normal condition, what will be the case? Always the ground state electrons will be higher. Okay, so the order of number of electrons will be like this. N1 will be greater than N2, and that will be greater than N3. Okay, if you see the energy levels of it, it will be like this. E3 will have highest energy. So E3, so otherwise we can write it like this. E1 less than E2 less than E3. So E3 will have higher energy, but the number of electrons will be just opposite to that. Okay, alright. So this is the normal condition. Okay, so here we are going to induce, or we are similar to the previous case, there we have increased the temperature. Instead of that, here we will apply laser light or pumping light. Okay, so we are going to apply pumping light. Over the atoms. Okay, what will happen? Okay, what will happen? The number of electrons in the total number of atoms in the energy E1 will start to go to the higher level. Okay, at which level? Based upon the energy of the pumping light. Okay, so here I am going to give the energy as the difference between E3 and E1. Okay, so if the pumping energy is having the energy, if the pumping light is having the energy of the difference between E2 and E1, okay, the atom will excite to E2. The atom will excite to E2. Understood? So based upon the energy, how much it is getting, based upon that it will be pushed to that particular energy. Okay, so based upon the energy I am giving, it will absorb the energy and it will go to E3. Okay, so as soon as it reaches E3, okay, since the lifetime of E3, the electrons in E3 is very, very low. Okay, so because of the thermal vibrations and all, it immediately goes to E2 level. Okay, and the decay we call it as radiationless decay. Okay, that is at once the atoms reaches the excited state, immediately it starts coming to the E2, which is the metastable state E2. Okay, without emitting any radiation. The reason is everything will be lost, okay, because of the thermal vibrations. Okay, and all the number of the atoms will be collected in E2. Okay, since the lifetime is higher than the E3. Okay, energy level compared to energy level E3, the lifetime of E2 is higher. So because of that, the more number of electrons stay in E2, and after a long time, it will start coming to the ground level, emitting laser radiation. Okay, so that is the concept of 3-level lasers. Okay, but it is having a drawback that in order to excite the atoms to the E3, we need to pump that much energy. So more energy is required, and another one drawback is immediately everything falls down. Okay, the lifetime of E2 is it is not so large. Because of that, after a short period of time, again it will fall down. So the population inversion is not much higher. Okay, because of that, less intensity radiation will be coming out of it. Okay, so because of that, we'll go for the next state, 4-level laser. Okay, so and we have another one more 3-level type of laser, which is quasi 3-level laser. So that we'll see that, and again we'll go to the 4-level laser. So in the name itself, it is there, quasi. That means it is not actually a 3-level or 4-level. It is in the middle of both. Okay. So I'll draw the diagram first. So here it will have 4 levels of lasers. Okay. So all the electrons in the ground state, so everything is same. Here the number of electrons are N1, here N2, N3 and N4, and most of the electrons will be in ground state. And if you give the pumping light source, so all the electrons in the E1 will get excited there, and here we have a radiation, less decay because of the thermal vibrations, and all the elements will be collected, all the atoms will be collected in E3 and will have an emission, stimulated emission of a laser. And finally, the only difference is all the electrons will never fall into E1, just like 3-level laser. Instead of that, we have an intermediate level, which is E2. The E2 and E1 is very close to each other. Okay, so because of that, we cannot categorize in this system in 4-level. Okay, so that is the only reason. If you see the diagram, we can say that it is 4-level laser, but the thing is, the energy level E1 and E2 are very close. Okay, so because of that, the radiation, the atoms in E3 state will go back to E2 instead of going to E1. Okay, instead of directly going to the ground state, it will first go to E2 and then it go back to E1. Okay, so because of that, the intensity may be somewhat higher than the 3-level laser. Okay, now we'll see the level 4 laser. So this is the most commonly used laser system. Okay, 4-level laser. So in the name itself, it is there. There are 4 levels: E1, E2, and E3 and E4. Okay. So initially, we know at normal condition, the number of electrons will be like this. N1 will be greater than N2, that will be greater than N3, and that will be greater than N4, and the energy level will be just reverse of it. Okay. So it is very similar to the previous. All the electrons, most of the electrons in E ground state, when we apply a pumping source, or pumping light, all the electrons will get excited to E4 first. Okay, so it is very normal concept. So everything will move to the excited state E4. Okay, and here we have another one intermediate thing, which is E3. So because of the thermal vibrations, it will first goes to E3, which is the metastable state, go to E3. So without emitting any radiation. So that is why this stage is called as radiation less decay. Okay. So since the lifetime of E4 is very small, immediately it starts coming to E3, and after that it will have the lifetime of E3 is higher. Because of that, more number of atoms will be collected, and after some time it will again go back to E2 level, and again here it emits the radiation that is of higher intensity. The reason is at once it go back to the energy level E2. Okay, so some of the atoms, it will again move to excited state E4 and E3, and it will come back. Okay, so repeatedly it will be hitting other atoms and making to excite, and again the process will be continued. Okay, just remember, in 3 level it will be directly going to E1, that is ground state. Once it goes to ground state, it won't do anything. Okay, but here what happens, from E3 it is moving to E2. Again it will have some energy, so that it will hit some other electrons, and it will make the, that means this radiation again, it's like coming here. Okay, so imagine that this radiation is again coming back here and again hitting the some other electrons, and it will make the process repeatedly. So because of that, one photon, one pumping light will become 2, one photon will become 2, and 2 becomes 4, and it will be multiplied, and finally millions of photons will be generated. Okay, so because of this, we have the higher intensity of radiation coming out of the system. So after the lifetime of that particular electron, again it will fall into the ground state. So that is similar to the same because of the vibration or any other reason. So here we can call it as radiation less decay.